Could you explain a little more about the deputizing process? How the sheriff could actually get the help of citizens in some way that, other than just
Yeah, that's a
voting
legitimate
for him
question.
or-
Yeah, that's a legitimate question. I had a posse when I was sheriff, and our search and rescue squad has always been made of the militia. Uh-oh. The M
said
word.
the M word.
The M word, sorry. But the militia, or citizen volunteers. That's what
Right.
the militia is, always has been.
Yes, sir.
And it's kind of funny that most mainstream dictionaries tell you the correct definition of militia.
Yeah.
Look it up in any of the dictionaries. Google it.
Right.
It's citizen volunteers. And so the sheriff is the only person throughout history who is, and right now, by law in most states, the sheriff's the only one who can call out the militia or the posse, same thing, in protection of the county. But why not take advantage of that all the time? Now, Sheriff Arpaio, again, he has about 5,000 on his posse. I only had about 150. Of course, my county's a
What
lot smaller.
county is he in?
Maricopa County in Phoenix. Okay, and
So are they patrolling the border?
No, because they're not right on the border. Their county isn't on the border, but
Okay.
they do a lot
I
of.
don't know as
They
much
do,
about Arizona as I'd like.
yeah. He's 2 counties away from the border, but the thing of it is, though, he's taken a lot of action against illegal immigrants because they're breaking the law, and he's the only one in the country that's doing so. So who's going after him now? The federal government.
Of course.
Yeah.
I remember
So,
now.
yeah.
I remember reading a story about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Brave man.
Yeah, he is.
So perhaps
but the
our
bottom line answer on that is the sheriff can deputize or call out posse members or make members of the posse however he deems necessary, and he can even order you to be a part of it.
Wonderful.
He can actually order you. So what I want the sheriffs to do is call out the posse, have it organized, have it well trained. Well trained militia,
Yes.
a well regulated militia.
Training is
Yeah,
paramount.
is important, and then have these people help in every way they can. How about one of you helping in dispatch? Anybody can help in dispatch. You can help answer phones. You can help watch inmates. You can be trained. You don't have to be out there being a liability to the
And
county.
they're
But
volunteers.
they're volunteers, and they can help in a lot of ways.
Right.
And at parades, at fairs, at any time that there's a crowd control need, the posse can come out and help.
Emergency situations.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't need federal government, FEMA, to
Yeah.
come in and take care of that.
And even a more pragmatic one from patrolling. How about former cops or retired cops or former military or even other people, I don't care if they're housewives, who have been trained properly and have been trained in firearms, actually riding along with deputies so that they have immediate backup.
Yeah, it'd
That's
be a
just
lot
safety.
safer.
That's
Yeah.
just safety, especially in the rural areas where a deputy would not have backup.
I'm thinking
he can
along
have backup
the border
right
is
along.
my,
Well,
was
that's
my next question.
absolutely.
We have, some immigrants are dangerous, and they're pouring through the ranches, and the
Yeah.
ranchers are in danger.
Yeah,
And why do we not have posses down there? I don't
Right.
understand that.
right. And another
you
thing I
feel
would
about
like,
that?
well, I like all that. The citizens have got to get behind the sheriff, and the sheriff's got to get behind them, and they've got to work together.
Yes, sir.
And the sheriff has the authority to call out posses. Okay, he can deputize that farmer or rancher, or their families,
Right.
and get them help and get them help. But I'd like to see each member of the posse have an identification issued by the sheriff that says member of the county posse, the sheriff's posse, and then it says on the back, no one is to disarm this member of the posse. Anyone
that's awesome.
disarming
Very good.
disarming this will answer to the sheriff.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So why do you think it hasn't happened?
One, I think the sheriffs have just kind of forgot about that a little bit, and they're also afraid, some of them are afraid of liability, that it might increase liability, but it hasn't at all with the 5,000 that the sheriff has used in Phoenix.
Right.
This is the 5th largest city in America. If we can use it in an urban area like Phoenix, and they use it in the rural areas too. So, it's worked in both areas,
Right.
urban and rural.
There's ways
So,
to avoid liability.
of course.
You can have people
By-
sign something.
well regulated, well trained. That's what it means. So you can train your posse. You can save money. You can increase safety, and decrease liability, and get everybody involved in protecting the county.
Perhaps they could have some sort of registration that they get when they get trained properly, just like
Yeah.
concealed handgun.
Yeah, In Maricopa County, they have a posse academy, and you can go and do the training.
Perfect.
Yeah, if a cop can do it, who was the cop before he became a cop?
Well, we're all
You know,
citizens.
just an untrained citizen.
Military, police, they're all citizens.
Sure, of course we are. Yeah.